Hello everyone, welcome to another one of our little short videos. This is your host, Dr. Robert Aldaya, and today I wanted to elaborate a little more on the importance of meditation and how and why we meditate. So, to kick off things, we've talked about meditations last time and how breathing is the gateway into that. A lot of people, when they start the meditations, they might not know where to go from there. One thing that has helped me is physically saying to myself, inhale, exhale with every breath. That kind of gets your mind occupied with breathing and focuses all your attentions on that instead of all the rest of the things that are happening in the world, the worries of tomorrow, the bad memories that you had. So that's a good thing to practice. And as you're doing it, you'll get to a point where even if you're saying it externally or internally, you'll get to a point where you will forget that you're even saying that, and then you'll be floating for a little bit, and then you will start to have more thoughts that will distract you. That's completely fine. That's normal. That happens, especially in the beginning, a lot. It's okay. You don't need to overjudge yourself, beat yourself up. What you need to do is just realize where you are and just say back to yourself, breathe, inhale, exhale, and that will get your mind back on the right track. And it's as easy as that. So let's talk about why we want to meditate though, and how it actually helps to boost the immune system, because we've said that, right? So and we're gonna have to discuss just a little bit about how the body and the mind works. So there's hormones that regulate your actions, behaviors, body, everything. One of these major hormones is cortisol. And this hormone gets released when you're in a stressful situation. Now, what happens is cortisol itself has a few different effects. Some of these are good, some of these are bad. In the long run, it's very bad. In the short run, you want cortisol because it alerts you, it gets your heart rate up, it gets your blood pressure up, and it gets you ready for a fight or flight response in case of immediate danger. Now, what happens is cortisol is, we all know it as stress. So when we have all these thoughts that are not so good for us, that are not so positive, we are more or less creating stress in some part of our body. And as we now understand our body, we'll elaborate later on this, but your body actually holds on to stress in different areas, and that's where disease starts to manifest. But more or less, we need to de-stress and allow this cortisol to go away. And the meditations allow us to remove these stressful, negative, not so positive thoughts, and allow us to clear them from our mind and be able to focus more on positive things, positive outcomes, and that will allow us to stop releasing cortisol and release more of, the good, happy chemicals such as serotonin, oxytocin, that will calm you down, that will put you in a loving mood, which is where self-love comes from after. Another good way while you're meditating is to reminisce on old positive memories. So something that has happened to you in the past, family-wise, relationship-wise, anything that has made you feel happy, anything that has just been a good experience for you. And you could just think of that. The more that you think of it, how memories work is we don't tend to recall positive memories easily, so you'll have to stay in there for a while. We tend to be able to recall negative memories easier, and this is why we're all stressed again, and why we all release this hormone very rapidly, because of evolution. So we want to survive, and naturally as we evolved, we learn how to recall memories of bad things so that we don't do it. That's how your body works. It doesn't trust you, more or less, especially because there's different parts of you that kind of don't believe in you, and this is where you get a lot of the time the saying, "Oh, believe in yourself." It's all crazy. It'll all make sense one day. But so we don't. A part of you doesn't trust that you will do this or that has hurt you in the past, or even genetic memory passed down from evolution. We all know this. Will force us into remembering easier the negative thoughts, the negative memories. So when we sit and meditate, at first the positive things are not going to come out as easy. They're all hidden, because as humans we're just not used to that. We're not used to loving ourselves. We're not used to being happy for more or less of it. But so when you sit there, you want to start to kind of remember all the sensations that you're feeling, what you've heard, what you've smelled, what you've tasted. If you know, remember what you've seen. You know, that's the most kind of like the most basic, and that's the most building block of the memory, if you will. And that's how you can develop this meditation a little more and more. And that's why it's very important for you, especially in this time, to do to take out some time from your day to sit there and clear your mind, or reminisce on some positive things, or just feel some love and positivity, because that's when you can calm your body down, reduce cortisol, reduce stress, and allow your body to release oxytocin, so that you can keep your immune system up and functioning. Because cortisol will shut down your immune system, it will shut down inflammation and all of these processes. Because if you think about it, if there's a tiger running after you, your body's gonna release a lot of cortisol and is not gonna care about a bacteria. It's gonna care more about a tiger that's gonna attack you. So it's gonna increase your blood pressure, it's gonna pretty much degenerate and start to break down all non-essential tissues such as muscles. It's gonna break down fats, and it's gonna solubilize a lot of sugar in your body, and that's because it wants to have enough energy, which sugar is the basic energy unit for any organ, and especially the brain. So your body's gonna get rid of all non-essential tissues little by little, and it's gonna start to put more sugar in your blood, so that you can feed your vital organs, especially your brain, your heart, your kidneys. These are the top main three, and you want to be able to not go into that process. We go into that process daily at little increments without knowing it. So it's good to kind of shut that off and be able to just reverse that, and little by little you'll be able to reverse the wheels, to start picking up more positive thoughts, positive emotions, and energies. There's a lot more on how the brain and the body works we'll discuss in the future. I think this is pretty good. It's just some things for you to think about, and why it's important for you to take some time off and sit with yourself, especially in this at this time. I think we all have a lot of time, if I may say so. I've had a lot of time for me, and I've been focusing on some of my hobbies and things that keep me busy, instead of focusing on the world and what's going on and all the stress in the world. That's just gonna stress you a lot more. I get it. It's bad out there. You want to know what's going on, but you also don't want to over exaggerate it to yourself, because as humans we tend to do that. We make things, you know, a little worse, and when things are really bad, you can only imagine how bad it is going on inside of you. The things that you don't even realize, you're not even aware of. Okay, guys, so I hope this helps. Share this, like it, send it to your friends if you think that they need some motivation, something to help them out. If there's any topics related or anything that you'd like to know, please drop a message or a comment. Let me know what you want to know about. I've been studying a lot of this stuff, and I love to teach. I have some free time, so I'll make a little video and explain some things that might help others. If you have a question, somebody else could be having a similar question. We'll try to discuss some motivations and the power of will in the future, and get you to start doing some actions. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and namaste.